those days of the kids being here, but
Sure.
but sometimes I don't.
And the fun and,
I can imagine.
So
and
yeah,
the
so-
campouts and
If I understand from 0 to 18, not that you don't care about your kids after they're 18, but this is like when I'm responsible for you, and you need to have other things going on in life.
Mhm.
Like there's still other things to value, to appreciate. If you're fortunate enough to have a relationship like you two, don't forget to value and appreciate each other. I want to ask about like how has that transition been for you, from obviously raising kids to what's the term, empty nesters?
Mhm.
that's
They're
been a
just
great
having
joy.
life post children being young children. How would you describe like how life feels like for you now?
It's fine. I mean, I sometimes miss all those days of the kids being here, but
Sure.
but sometimes I don't.
And the fun and,
I can imagine.
So
and
yeah,
the
so
campouts and
we just we've it's kind of carefree. I mean, we just say, hey, do you want to go over to St. Augustine this weekend, or do you want to go do this or that? And you don't have to make plans. And I mean,
So and so going over to this
Well,
person's
yeah,
house.
right. So no,
or we get a
it's
call.
nice.
It's like, we need you here at the house tomorrow. Can you be here? Yep. Just
Oh.
drop what we're doing and
oh,
go
with
take care
with
of the grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to.
We love to
love
be
to.
able to do that. Yeah.
help our kids.
Yeah. I think that's, obviously something I'm looking forward to when that time comes. But I know it's also, I think, hard for a lot of us too, just knowing when you put in a lot of effort to,
Mhm.
To these little people, and see what comes out,
Yeah.
what they turn into.
Yeah. But I mean, when you're so used to having the children around too, it almost seems like, oh, that's going to be so lonely when they're not there.
I would agree if your children are your whole world.
Right.
Then yeah, it would. Which
Yeah.
is not what
But
you
it's
two
not
said.
what we
Right.
have, because we've always had each other.
Correct.
Mhm.
And that's what I meant earlier when I said, like, that's why to me those roles matter, and understanding the value of each. So if I understand from 0 to 18, not that you don't care about your kids after they're 18, but this is like when I'm responsible for you.
Mhm.
Anything after that is like, or this is just how I kind of make the sense in my mind. If we've developed a good relationship, if I've cultivated intentionally a good relationship, you'll want to come around, you'll want to share with me, you'll want to talk with me, you may want to ask my opinion about stuff, right? Because I can't tell you what to do. But you may want to hear my opinion because you respect what I think, both of you. But if I haven't done that, then it might feel more lonely, because then they're not around and they're not talking to you as much, and then maybe you don't get to have the type of relationship that you want. And if I was so focused on my kids that I was neglecting my relationship with my partner, it might feel double lonely, because now you guys are gone. We're not able to be as connected as I would like to be, and we don't really do a whole lot
Mhm.
together, or even
Right.
individually. So it's like,
Right.
I really feel sad.
Yeah.
Or I really feel lonely.
Yeah.
That could be the outcome. Easy.
That
Right.
can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Which again, you guys did not do,
Correct.
which is great. And I think that's a good example, again, for all of us to remember that. It's important to value the children and the time that we, I would say, get the privilege to raise them.
Mhm. And
But we
it
know,
was.
but we know that there's an end date in that regard, that traditional sense. And you need to have other things going on in life.
Mhm.
Like there's still other things to value, to appreciate. If you're fortunate enough to have a relationship like you two, don't forget to value and appreciate each other, and choose each other continuously,
Yeah.
to have the kind of longevity that you two have had.
Yeah. And I like I say, I miss them, but I also wanted them. I wanted them to be independent. I'm
Right.
happy that they have their lives and they're happy. That's
Right.
very,
And they're seeing the joy that we saw when we had children.
Yeah.
That
Right.
they have children.
yeah.
Right. I agree. That to me is, again, obviously you know better than me, but that's kind of like I foreshadow to myself that I know will be difficult in terms of like letting go in that sense. but necessary, very necessary, and it's not a bad thing
Not at all.
for that time to happen. I hope that we and myself, we do a good enough job that again they value what we think and they want to hear. They want us to still be very involved. Maybe not to the same degree, of course, when they're in school, but they want us to still be very present in their lives.